All right, the procrastinator in your life is a really good topic. This is the chapter 9 in a book I was reading this morning called The Now Habit. If you have problems with procrastination, then you are not alone. I certainly have had many problems over the years, and Now Habit is a book that I was like, where has this book been? Now, we as doctors are particularly at risk of it, given perfectionistic traits that are required for doing well in medicine, and that unfortunately tends to lead to procrastination over the longer term. So check out the book Now Habit. Before we do that, I want to check out show you some work. So I did my workout this morning. Went to Maui with surreal cycling, and it was really good. Let's go check this out. So this is the shed project, and we've got Jonathan in here. Jonathan, what's your business called, mate?
Temples only.
Temples only tiling. It's Sunday morning. We got some hard working, but check this out. This is some. Let me see if we can. Yeah. Literally, we have 0 spare tiles for this, so it's been a pretty incredible project. We're not there yet, but I'm certainly looking to raise Jonathan's blood pressure with this one. So, all right, we'll leave that. Let's go talk about procrastination. All right, going to do some watering. So let's talk procrastination. So the procrastinator in your life, and the book was very interesting because probably if you got the book like me, you had problems with procrastination. And then it was like, well, guess what? The rest of the world does too. And you're going to run into people with procrastination problems. And the book suggested that your default response, my default response to people who are saying, hey, when's this going to be finished? You're not doing a good enough job. Now, these are at the root of all procrastination. So if you are responding to people who procrastinate with those things, you're actually making problems. And so instead of doing that, it said, hey, you've got to go to praise. And if there's a problem, it's praise with a correction. So, hey, you didn't do this job, but next time I want you to do this so that we can get that. You did a great job around this, and this, but this needs to improve so that we can get this, and you'll be great. Rather than you did a terrible job here, that's going to cause more procrastination. Freak people out there. You're not going to be able to focus on what they're working on. You're going to get worse results. Now, the second thing was not to focus on finishing, which is a really interesting thing because the default is, hey, if there's a deadline coming, we need to finish. That drives procrastination techniques, and instead it's focused on beginning. Hey, when can you get a rough draft to me? If the thing's due on Friday, can you get a rough draft to me by Tuesday? Do what you can by Tuesday. And then there's multiple episodes of feedback valuable to them. Instead of having one shot at a large project and then any errors being punished, we've got multiple small deadlines without any major significance with an opportunity to course correct. And this is the exact opposite of what happened to me with the medical board. Now, the medical board probably has no idea on this stuff. Looking at their project management skills, they have no idea about how to actually run things, let alone what the experience is like for a doctor. So let's check it out. I go to my meeting, they're like, Tom, your notes suck. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see. Generally, there was one case, and I was like, damn it, how did that slip through? But they're like, right, you need to work on your notes. I'm like, okay, fine. So they set a single target for notes review in 16 months' time. Now, do you know what this is? This is extremely overwhelming for most people. It was overwhelming for me because now I've got no opportunity for feedback. I've got no opportunity to know whether I need to improve or course correct except for this one episode. And it drove me back, like, it didn't do well for me. I was like, this sucks. Actually caused me to quit my job entirely. And I was just like, you know what? I can't do this. This is too long. And then eventually I was like, okay, it's getting closer. I'll come back and deal with it. But that's the implications of it. What would have been way better was, hey, we'll see you in 3 months. We'll have a look how you're doing, and we'll give you some suggestions for what needs to improve. And then at 6 months, we'll look, and if you've made those improvements, your notes are good, then we're done. If not, then we'll keep looping with another set of 3 months until you make the required improvements. Now there's an opportunity where there's a deadline that's not too far away. Even better would have been, hey, we'll see you in a month. Make the improvements, we'll pull some notes, we'll see you in a month, we'll see you in a month, we'll see you in a month, and at 3 months, if you're up to standard, then we're good. Now I'm getting feedback. Now I know what's going on. Now, also in this experience, as we've probably, I don't know whether you're probably not on Genie, but Genie is, if you're not familiar with it, it's a particular type of medical software. Compared with Best Practice and Medical Director, it does not have the tick and flick experience that those two programs do. And it in itself is a significant risk factor for poor notes. I got to type everything out. Yes, there is an opportunity for templates, and as I've gone through with this review coming up, I'm like, you know what, I need to get all of those templates out of Genie into something that I can actually use. Genie is not the most user-friendly experience, and so actually pulling out those templates, which significantly improves the quality of notes because they're template-based. They give me reminders as all of the things that are going on in general practice between the patient, between me, between my knowledge, between what am I thinking, the differential. It's pretty easy to forget some things. There's just too much going on. And so with those templates, it's a reminder. So, oh, okay, yeah, I'm meant to focus on this. I'm meant to focus on this. But to keep them in Genie, no good. We only just got dual screens in some of our rooms. And this now is opening up for a potential for me to have a searchable database of note templates specific for particular diseases or specific for particular symptoms, so that I can work out what's going on. Really, medicine's about those two things, diagnosing and treatment. You got to know what's going on, diagnosis, and then once you know what's going on, then you got to treat. And that's what we do. So based around that, having really good templates is extremely beneficial. But I found one of our doctors who used to work at our practice, and he had excellent templates, but they were only for him. I don't know how to access them. I'm like, damn, that's a good template for an STI check. Where'd you get that? Where do I find it? Don't know. No training. Difficult. It's in there somewhere. I just don't know where. It's not user-friendly. And so that is also something that we could have looked at if we'd had review. It's like, hey, we're seeing some of the other doctors that got good notes. What are they doing? Well, really, just this one doctor. And he had worked it out, but his own system was not translatable to other people. So all of these factors, you are going to run into people with procrastination problems in your life as well. How do you deal with it? How do you deal with it? Let's come back and look at it. So number one is to not overwhelm them. So break it down into smaller, non-critical deadlines with rough drafts that they can get some work done, where there's not a high pressure on the final outcome. Next up is praising them. The fear of the criticism is very, very high. So giving praise and then giving constructive feedback with what to do, what to improve. And then finally, making sure that they know that they can achieve this, that these things are achievable by starting, not finishing. Starting. Realize that any major project, even if it is massive and 1,000 hours, it finishes with one final hour of work, preceded by 999 episodes of hours of work. It's not 1,000 hours all at once. It's work, consistent, boring, repetitive, starting. So allowing them to start is a critical factor. All right, that's all I got for you today. I've got a pretty cool day. One more thing out of this book, just to share with you. They're like, hey, make sure you got some fun stuff in your life. So I got invited to some golf. We're going to play 9 holes, and then I've got my daughter's netball celebration for a good season. So that's after that. All right, that's all I got for you. Hope you guys are having an awesome day. Catch you soon.